I'm 23 years old and I'm a recent graduate of Eastern Connecticut State University. I graduated in May with a degree in political science. Sports have played a huge role in my life. When I heard about the opportunity to become a recreation director for the town of Southbridge, I was very interested, so I ended up applying and I ended up getting it. The rest is history, I guess. A very large portion of my family live in and around Southbridge, so I've been in Southbridge my whole life. And my mom is actually a teacher in the school system. So it just seemed fitting that I end up working in a community that's done so much for me and when I was growing up. So as a Parks and Rec director, it is my job to assess the wear and tear on all the parks in town and then recommend replacements and things of that nature to better our parks and make sure that they maintain a high level of usability. The job of the highest priority would be acquiring a contract for replacing the playground at Henry Street and actually probably save the town about $10,000. Currently I'm working on lining up talent and acquiring funding for the 2020 Summer Concert Series. And right now I'm still in the fundraising stage. I'm reaching out to companies in the area and people that have been involved in the past and hoping to get some funds so that I can acquire the best possible talent for this summer. Currently it's up in the air. It's either going to be on Sundays or Fridays as far as I know at this time right now, and I can't give a definite answer just yet, but it will definitely depend on the funding that we receive and what their requests are, because we definitely need to make sure the people that we're receiving funding from are happy. The most challenging part of the job is you have ideas and of course you're shooting for the stars. You have to kind of rein yourself in a little bit, be a little bit more realistic, and then find creative ways of making events happen even if your original idea isn't exactly how things end up panning out. So you have to either find a way to get something funded even if you don't have the budget for it, or find a way to find somebody who is interested enough to make something happen. Collaboration is definitely the best answer in this situation. Southbridge has a very large number of resources available to it. It has 3 major leagues that are, for children at least, that are involved in sports. There's Southbridge Youth Soccer Association, there is Southbridge Pop Warner Football, and then there is Southbridge Little League for baseball. And so there are sports available to kids of all ages and skill levels. And then also Jacob Edwards Library is the largest library in the area, and I know you think library, oh, they're going to force you to read books. No, they have all kinds of programs and events going on there all the time. Every day there's something new. And Margaret Morrissey over there, anything that you could possibly want to happen, she'll find a way. So it's a really great place to hang out. I remember being there when I was really young, and I spent many of my summers growing up there, so it's a great place to be. One of the things that I had an idea for when I was hired was a tabletop gaming club, so a historical wargaming. It's a hobby that my father had, and I always was around it when I was growing up. And yeah, it's kind of cheesy and stuff like that, but it's, believe it or not, it's actually a lot of fun. And it teaches kids critical thinking and actually literacy skills while actually letting them have a fun time. It's kind of like playing a video game, but it's in real life and you're talking to other people, so it's great. It also helps foster social skills. So some events that residents can look forward to in the future. I'm still working on the Southbridge Summer Concert Series for 2020, but further than that, I am working currently with Frank Kumanellis, who's the athletic director for Southbridge Middle High School, and we're working on a summer sports series. So we're trying to put on a series of sports camps for kids. Hopefully we can also garner some participation from the other leagues that are around town, like Southbridge Youth Soccer, Pop Warner Football, and Southbridge Little League. In the upcoming year, I would like to accomplish getting a few events off the ground, because currently, when I started, there was a lot of turnover, and so a lot of the events that used to happen have fallen by the wayside, and I would like to, at least at the start, to hold events here for kids on the weekends, do like a free gym hour where you can play basketball, dodgeball, soccer, different things like that. You can divide the gym as needed. And also I would like to, by this time next year, have established a ski and board club for anybody who's interested in learning to ski or snowboard, most likely with Wachusett Mountain, located very very close to here. Anybody who's interested in volunteering should come down to the community center. They can call the community center or they can send me an email and we will get back to them as soon as we can. I have a coworker, her name is Pat. She runs the senior center and they're always looking for volunteers for different events such as Meals on Wheels and things like that, providing different activities for the seniors. If people are looking for more information about activities having to do with recreation, they can check our website or our Facebook or Twitter pages.